day one of the kitchen renovation.
My favorite.
I actually did a quick little budget makeover on this kitchen back in 2019. It was the very first project I shared on social media for under $500. I swapped out tile, painted the cabinetry, swapped hardware, but it was a temporary fix. I knew one day I wanted to do a full kitchen renovation. And now we're doing the whole kitchen reno. But I do know that we're not gonna be in this house forever. This is not our forever home, but we're not looking to move anytime soon. So I wanna find a solution so that we can enjoy this kitchen more while we're here, but I don't wanna put a whole lot of money into it. I have this tiered peninsula, which I hate it. It's an eyesore. It kind of like blocks off the kitchen and makes it feel smaller than it actually is. We only have room over here as like a working area. If more than one person is prepping food in the kitchen or cooking, it's just way too tight. If I were to do the perfect kitchen, I would rip this whole thing out and create a long island that extends over here into the breakfast area with seating on the end, which would fix all of our problems. But because we're not gonna be here forever, I don't feel like it's worth it to go that route. Instead, my compromise is I'm going to take out the bar top of this peninsula and level the whole thing out so it's flat, which will provide extra working space along this edge. And I'll be adding more cabinetry here and here out in the breakfast area. So the bar top won't be closing off the kitchen, and then the additional cabinetry will provide more storage and then make the breakfast area feel like it's part of the kitchen, therefore making the whole thing feel bigger. Also plan to close in this area underneath the countertop once that's lowered for more storage. New appliances, new cabinet and drawer fronts, new fixtures, new hardware. It's gonna be a whole new kitchen and it's gonna be so good. I'm starting with the most intimidating part of this whole project, taking off this bar top and knocking down the pony wall. I have to move electrical. It's kind of intimidating, but we're just gonna go ahead and start with that. Does anybody want these stools? I forgot my ear protection. I'm gonna need that. Rim is removed, and I'm pretty sure that this is only attached by like a really thick layer of adhesive. So I'm just gonna do the best that I can to try and loosen that up and pry it, and hopefully I don't break the counter. I don't know if that's possible, but hopefully that doesn't happen. David. It's so open. I'm drawing a line that lines up with the bottom of the countertop all the way down, and I'm gonna cut the drywall because I need to access and move these electrical boxes first and foremost before I start cutting this pony wall down. That way we don't have any hazards there. I'm gonna use my multi-tool and just start pulling off the drywall. So I removed this tile backsplash and I've popped out these little staples holding the wiring in. I'm gonna go cut the breaker, and these boxes are only just attached to this piece of wood here with the nails. So I'm gonna pop these off. I'm not totally sure what I'm doing with the boxes yet. We do have outlets down here on the other side, so I don't feel the need to like add additional outlets down here. So I'm gonna figure that out later, but I need to get these out of the way so that I can cut down this framing and then rip that all out. Look at the amount of nail. This is a weapon. The bar top is removed, the electrical is out. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. There will be some cabinets going right here, potentially along this wall too. The countertop is still gonna come out a little bit, so I just wanna fill in that gap. I might also just leave this area for bar stools and just keep this area as cabinets, just like in my drawing. This day two, I figured out a solution to my problem with this wall. So I'm gonna have to take this wall out today because no matter what, this is gonna stick out past my new countertop unless I wanna lose more walkway space. I definitely don't want that. So I'm gonna have to take this wall down and figure out what to do with the electrical work. Then I'll have to figure out how to patch the floor here. gonna go here. They're gonna need a base to sit on. I will need to remove some of these floor planks because I think I'm gonna use those to patch the floors right here. And I need to move some electrical stuff around. Outlet cover is like bent. I'm gonna get new ones. This is just temporary. Some of the old finish, so I won't use this one. So since these boards have a tongue on them, I will have to cut the tongue off using my table saw on one of them so that when I go to patch, the last piece can slide in without that being an issue. Into the floor was nerve-wracking, but I have 2 good pieces of flooring that I can use to patch. I'm going to try to remove a couple of these pieces so that I can feather in the patched pieces. Size of the staples holding these floorboards in. That's insane.
Imagine stepping on a staple and it looks like a normal staple, so you pull it out of your foot. That.
You gotta be scary. You have to be hospitalized for that. So now I need to get this one out, and then I also have to get this one out because there's old stain on that and it will be visible. Going out to my workshop, I have have to cut the tongue off of my boards that I'm using to patch so that they can kind of slip into place. I'll probably just glue them. I, for some reason, turned off my mini split. The whole reason I even installed a mini split in here was so that it would be warm out here when I'm working in the winter, and here we are. Going there. This one's going here. This one's going there. I am so proud of myself right now. I do have a dumbbell and a baking sheet. I think I'll have to fill in like just a couple little of nicks, and part of the top layer of one of those planks did split up a little bit, but when I press it back down, it's perfect. So that's glued. I may have to touch up with the top coat as well. Can't even tell there was a hole there. It's not perfectly smooth. I will need to, I think, add a little bit of wood filler up with the floor finish, but it's looking so good. Today the plan is to build a base for these cabinets and get those all installed, get the outlet installed to the back. There will be a charging station inside of this cabinet here, and I'm going to be putting an extender for some outlets here on the side cabinet. Hopefully I can get all that done today. Battery's dead. Try to carry too many grocery bags, so you only have to take one trip. We'll make that too many DIY supplies on icy covered steps, all for the sake of not going back and forth 100 times, and it's worth it. To go and cut these posts down, these studs, but also this wood right here needs to be cut down a little bit shorter because when the new countertops come in, they'll come out past that, and right now they're a little too tall, so I'm going to go in with my oscillating tool. was very silly of me to remove an outlet, like replace it with an outlet extender. I don't know what I was thinking. So I put that one outlet that I took out back and installed it right here. So no loose cords. This is wired behind the cabinets. It does have a USB USC in it, so we can plug phones in and such. So today, the goal is to close up the sides with some paneling, trim out the cabinets, and then I can call this part done for now. Those finishing details look so good. So the countertop is actually gonna come out here and it's gonna go out right here as well. So it'll extend out. It'll be so nice to have this extra storage. Those two outlets that were in the bar top just got relocated. And so far, this is such a huge difference without that split bar top. It just looks so much more open, and this area out here feels already like it's more part of the kitchen.